Hey, hello there, and welcome to Local Mobility and the Luggie today here on Iswell. My name's Sean, and you know, I always look forward to this show. It's a show that's been running many, many years, and it has helped thousands and thousands of our viewers regain their independence and their freedom. So today we're going to be featuring two very, very special models. We're going to start off with the Luggie that I'm on. This is actually one of the most popular models. It's the Luggie Standard. Comes in red or black. And what you're going to see this show is this amazing scooter being folded down, folded up. You're going to see how easy it is to turn. It's got a really small turning circle. And it's the type of scooter that you can pretty much take everywhere. So I've just come back from a cruise, actually, and I did see a couple of Luggies on the cruise, which was brilliant. It was an American cruise, actually, so it was really nice to see a couple of Luggies on there. And honestly, the people using it, they just found it so easy to get around the cruise ship. But it could be smaller trips. You know, it might be just getting out and about in your neighbourhood. It might be just going down to a local garden centre, popping into the shops. It might be that you are planning a few days away, or you've got a special occasion coming up, maybe a wedding, something like that, and you want to go there independently. And that's what the Luggie is all about, regaining your independence. The fact that it folds down to what looks like a piece of luggage, hence the name Luggie, is amazing. You don't need any tools to do that. You can literally do it in seconds. And that means that you can take it on board planes and trains and maybe even coaches, trams. Just a mobility scooter that is so easy and that could take you around the world if you wanted to. And the Luggie actually has travelled around the world. Now, I'm going to tell you a couple of very important pieces of information just to start the show. The first 5 orders today will get £200 off, and that's £200 off any brand new mobility scooter from Local Mobility, okay? That's the first 5 orders today. It's a free phone number, 0800 012 4260. Some of you will want to make an appointment to try these, and we do free appointments, so free home demos. Something very special though, next week, Scott, who you're going to meet in a few months' time, is actually going to be in Northern Ireland. Now, that happens once in a blue moon. So if you live in Northern Ireland and you fancy trying a Luggie, and it's all free and there's no obligation, it's just a really nice experience, book your slot now, because there's only a limited amount for Northern Ireland next week. We are obviously covering the rest of the UK, but Northern Ireland is included next week. And I'm going to move on to the next mobility scooter. But I'll just show you how easy this is. The other one that we've got coming up today, very different. So easy. This is an all-weather mobility scooter. Comes with the canopies. The one at the back has got the canopy up. This one we've actually folded the canopy down. It's called the Lexington all-weather mobility scooter. Choice of blue and red. There are so many features. I really can't run through them all right now, but you've got punch-proof tyres, you've got great suspension, you've got up to 35 miles on a single charge. There's Scott, who you're going to meet in a few moments' time. And the great thing about that canopy, which is included, it goes up and down so easily. So when it's really wet and horrible, you can still get out and about, you can still regain your freedom. But on a nice day, take that canopy down and enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the fresh air. The choice is absolutely yours. And up to 8 miles an hour on that. You don't need a driver's license, by the way. So you can actually use that. There's my twin, by the way. So yes, you can use that on the pavements, on the road, and up to 8 miles an hour, which is absolutely brilliant. But remember, the first 5 orders today will get £200 off. By the way, don't think everything's lost once the first 5 orders have gone through, because everybody ordering will get £100 off any of the models, but any new models, I should say. But if you're the first 5 customers, you get an extra £100 off. So that will give you £200 off in total. You can go to the website, luggiescooters.com. But if you give us a call, it is a free phone number, don't forget, 0800 042 4260. So let's just remind you of some of the offers that are coming up today. So remember, 0800 012 4260 is the number to call. And we are open Monday to Friday, 9 till 5. But £100 off all new models. All you need to do is quote IW3101. An additional £100 off for the first 5 customers that call today and order. You've got next day delivery with Luggies if you order before 1 p.m. After that, it should arrive the following day. And a 5 to 7 day delivery on the Lexington all-weather scooters, which is amazing, really. Lifetime limited warranty on all of the Luggies and a 12-month warranty on the Lexington scooter and the canopy there as well. And the offers apply to both VAT inclusive and VAT exclusive price. I'll explain that in a second. And free UK delivery as well. But remember, it is a free phone number, 0800 012 4260. Now, I mentioned VAT. Most people don't like VAT, but don't worry, because pretty much everyone that's ever bought a scooter from us has not had to pay VAT, because it doesn't apply if you're chronically sick or classed as disabled, if you've got physical or mental impairment, which is a long-term and substantial adverse effect on the ability to carry out everyday activities, if you've got a condition which the medical profession treats as a chronic sickness, such as diabetes, and anyone that is terminally ill. But I will say, the nature of you needing a Luggie basically should mean that you will not have to pay VAT, so you shouldn't have to worry about that whatsoever. So that will mean you should pay the lower price on the screen today. But can't wait to get started actually, and to meet Scott and to really talk you around these amazing mobility scooters. But here's the Luggie, and do you know, I've met so many people, I've actually made friends now with many of our previous customers that bought a Luggie, and it has changed lives. It's allowed people to just feel a sense of normality again. Being able to do things that they loved, walking the dog, going on cruises. That's like, could that be Sydney? I think it is. But yeah, honestly, they're so easy because they fold up, fold down, so you can take them with you. They will become your best friend, and they'll allow you to just start living again. And the older I get, the more I realise life is so short, and it does throw curveballs. And one day you've got friends here and the next day they're not here. So life is definitely for living. Enjoy every precious moment, and that's what this is going to allow you to do. And I'm just going to put it out there, okay? And I hope you don't mind me saying this, but I've spoken to so many people that have been a bit nervous, anxious, resistant about getting a mobility scooter. I remember the first time I suggested to Mum she could maybe benefit from a walking stick. She was horrified. And then I said, well, what about, then as she's got older, I was like, well, what about something that you can maybe push and sit down on? And again, first reaction was, oh, I'm too young for that. She's 82, bless her, but too young for that. And it's hard, isn't it? Sometimes, making that leap, going for a mobility scooter, it can be a bit of a leap, a bit of a journey. And a lot of people have said that to me. But you know what? The moment they've actually got one of these, they've said, should have done it years ago. And you have got nothing to lose from getting a free demonstration at home. You really haven't. And as I mentioned earlier, Northern Ireland, I'm speaking to you right now, all of our lovely Northern Ireland viewers. We are there next week. We normally don't visit Northern Ireland. It's just once or twice, now and again. Scott's on tour next week with Luggie, and we have got a few places left for Northern Ireland, but it will be first come, first served. We're only there for a few days next week, so you need to book yours now if you are in Northern Ireland, okay? Anyone else? We are covering, obviously, most of the UK as well on a regular basis. But everything is on the website, of course. So go on the ID World's homepage, type in Luggie like this, enter, and there you go. Celebrating 13 years, by the way. And remember, £200 off all new models, and that is for the first 5 orders. If you're not in the first 5, you'll still get £100 off. And if you want to see all the models, click onto the left there, and they all come up, okay? And there's a little chat box if you want to talk to somebody as well. So, honestly, we've got everything covered. But remember, if you want to give us a call right now, 0800 012 4260 is all you need to dial right now. But we're going to come to the Luggie, which is the one I'm on a little bit later on, about 15-20 minutes time. We're going to start with the Lexington. In the Lexington, now he can go up to, remember, 8 miles an hour, which is fantastic. So obviously on pavements we're set up to 4 miles an hour, but outside up to 8 miles an hour. And this is brilliant because you've got the puncture-proof tyres, you've got the great suspension. It just means that you can go pretty much anywhere and everywhere. I'll tell you what, he's loving whizzing around the garden and this. It handled the turns and the terrain brilliantly, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And that's your 13-inch wheels on here with your suspension as well. It gives you a nice, comfortable ride on here. Obviously, the weight of the scooter is keeping you quite down and balanced as well. And then, obviously, your controls, they're so simple to use. Yeah. It's perfect. It really is.
And remember, you don't need to have driven a car to use this on the road because it only goes up to, well, I say only, but it goes up to 8 miles an hour. So you don't need to tax it or anything like that either.
No taxing. No taxing at all. You don't need a license to drive it. You're absolutely fine.
That's great.
Absolutely fine, yeah.
So, you know, you may even be thinking about getting rid of your car. You know, if you're not using your car a lot now, maybe you just buy yourself, you're thinking, that car is really expensive to run, then why not maybe sell the car even and just go for your Lexington as well? Well, as if by magic, we are back in the studio. Scott, lovely to see you.
It's lovely to see you.
I wasn't here last month. I missed working. I really did. I missed you.
I know, was it earlier this month, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've been away a little while. But Scott works obviously for Local Mobility. He loves his job here. And you may well see his, well, you will, if you book an appointment for Northern Ireland next week. This is the face you'll see. But Scott will bring in the Luggies, not the Lexingtons, I should point out. But Scott, before we talk about this, tell us a little bit about Local Mobility, the company that you work for.
Yeah, so Local Mobility, we're a company that started out in 2009. It was originally a family-run business. We established that and made it a nationwide company, so everyone could so everyone could get the profits of the benefits of the scooters. So that's just what we've done out. We're set out to do that.
And I know you are, when it comes to customer service and customers, you are so dedicated to excellent service. You actually have a customer charter, don't you?
Yeah, a 5-star customer charter that we follow, and every time that we're there, before, during and after, we're always there for you. You're never alone.
And I've spoken to so many previous customers, you know, people I've just met sometimes on a cruise ship or, you know, out and about in the high street, and they've all said whenever they've had to contact Local Mobility, they've received excellent customer service. So, you know, this is a long-term relationship to keep looking after you for many, many years to come. And that's shown in the testimonials, actually. And for the Lexington that is coming up next, can't wait to say about this. Great reviews. Mr. Alsap from Warrington has said, demonstrated and delivered the same day. I couldn't be happier with my new Lexington Mobility scooter. Thank you so much for Mr. Alsop there. And then Mrs. Tinderwell from Exeter said it was just what I was looking for, to be able to enjoy the local countryside without fear of being caught in the rain. And the reason why Mrs. Tinderwell and you at home will not be caught in the rain is because this has this amazing canopy that you can see behind us that is included. Right then, Scott, let's talk about it. It looks, I have to say, it looks amazing. And this is all weather, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all weather. This is top of the range that we've got here. So this is the Lexington scooter. A couple of the specs that you've already gone through, one of the big ones is 35 miles on a single charge. That's 250 amp batteries that you've got in there, so it's a long distance.
That's a huge distance.
If you want, we'll talk around the controls.
Yeah,
we'll talk a bit more about the spec, if that's all right. So what you've got here, just at the front, is your control panel. So if I turn that around slightly a bit more, what I'll start off with is just this side here. So this switch here, you'll see that's high and low. If you put that to the lower setting, that means that your maximum speed will be 4 miles per hour, okay? If you flick that up, your maximum speed will then be 8 miles an hour. Now, if you're using the 8 miles an hour, you're not allowed on the pavement with that speed. You're only allowed to do a maximum of 4. But if you go onto the road, you are allowed to obviously put that 8 miles per hour.
And you don't need a driver's license?
You don't need a driving license to use this at all. It's up to you whether you want to register it with the DVLA. It's entirely your choice, okay? It's not necessary, but...
Okay. Isn't that good? So, because I'm just thinking that some of my elderly friends have stopped driving for various reasons, but they are missing being able to get out and about.
Yeah, exactly.
So this, you know, you might have had enough of driving a car and, you know, long distance, things like that, but you can still get your independence. So you can still go on the road with this up to 8 miles an hour. What else have we got there then, Scott?
Yep, so we go through that. So what I've just said there, you've got your high and your low. So if you put that to the low, your maximum speed then will be 4 miles per hour. You can go anywhere from 2 to 4 miles per hour using the dial just in the centre, okay? It will work the exact same if you're on the 8 mile an hour, so anywhere between 2 and 8 miles per hour, okay? So you're in control the entire time. Pressure pads on the triggers, so if you don't push that all the way in, you won't do that full speed as well, so you can control that. You're always in control. It's all built for safety. We look at the buttons down at the bottom here, okay? So we've got your hazard lights there, so if I just switch that on, your hazard lights will come up, your 2 lights at the top will blink, and obviously you've got your 2 blinkers at the front and at the back, okay? If you use the yellow button, That's your horn.
Okay. Brilliant.
And then you've got your indications. So obviously to go left.
So it's really straightforward, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So very straightforward. And again, I'd use that if you were in the road, obviously. If you're on the pavement, you don't really need to use your indications. Yeah, your key then is on the side just there. So if you do want to turn it on and off, you just use that button now. Now, the one thing we haven't spoke about is this switch here, which is your lights. Okay, so you'll have your lights at the front and you'll have your lights at the back. So they're bright lights. If you're out in the dark, you'll be able to drive around with no problems at all.
Now, in terms of comfort, and I had to go on this earlier, the seat is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's a captain's seat. What we've got is an adjustable headrest as well on here. You've got adjustable arms. You can take these in and out as well if you feel like you need that bit more.
And a captain's seat, remind me, is that one that swivels?
Swivels. Yeah, 360.
What did I say?
Swizzles.
Sorry.
Isn't that sweet?
It is, yeah. If you do like sweets, by the way, you can have them in your basket at the front. But yeah, exactly. It swivels, rather. It swivels.
Yes, so it swivels around.
So
that's that one on your side there. If you pull that lever up, you can then spin that chair around.
Okay.
So if you find it easier to get on, just using your legs and pushing yourself down,
brilliant,
then you could do that. Okay.
So, you know, if a certain way of getting in is easier for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Some people do struggle to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. When you get it back down, obviously make sure that's locked in, otherwise you'll be doing a little bit of a drift.
Can I have a quick go, Scott?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we'll show you the canopy, because it does come with this amazing all-weather canopy as well.
Yeah.
I mean, this really, and last time we did the show, a lot of you ordered during the hour, but several of you ordered the next day, and truly life-changing.
They're very popular. They've changed a lot of people's lives. Like you said a little while ago, people have lost their licence. They don't have their cars anymore. This is an alternative to losing your car. You could use this.
Right.
35 miles.
Are we ready? So we are. So we're allowed up to 4 miles in the studio.
Yes. Right, to accelerate on your triggers at the base. Brilliant.
Do you know, it's such a lovely ride, Scott.
It is. You've got individual suspension on all 4 wheels. You've got puncture-proof pneumatic tyres. So you'll have that comfort and you'll have that safety on there as well.
Oh, that's really nice.
The captain's seat will feel nice and comfortable with you as well.
I think that's more comfortable than my car.
Than your car?
I do. It's amazing, seriously. Lovely. And then if reverse, does it, it indicates?
Yep. So you'll have your little beeper at the back there. Again,
Brilliant.
Everything on this scooter is down to safety, okay?
Fantastic.
And then you can use your horn.
Now, we've had mixed weather recently, haven't we? We've had a lot of wind, rain, and you know, God, it's really.
Just so you know, the arms do lift up.
Oh, okay. So I've got to thank you. But this comes with a fully fitted canopy, doesn't it, as well?
Yes, yeah. Exactly. So you can have the canopy at the back if you like that as well, and it's a folding canopy. So it doesn't have to be up in the entire time. In the summer, again, people use the canopy, but don't put the doors on, just to give them the shade from the sun.
But still to get the fresh air through the sides.
Yeah, still get to.
And is this easy to operate, Scott?
Absolutely easy. So I'm going to do that for you now, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
All right, so first of all, we've got a bag on here, so I'm just going to take the bag off, okay?
Okay.
So it's just an elastic band at the base, one each side, like so. I'm going to pull that up and take that off.
Lovely.
Now I'm just going to fold this up and put that in the basket.
And just while Scott's folding, don't forget the first 5 orders live today will get an extra £200 off. So do bear that in mind. So if when we've done this kind of promotion before, they have gone quickly. So the first 5 orders for any of the new scooters in the range will get £200 off. Everyone else will get £100 off, which is still great. And we have been told it's very busy, particularly for Northern Ireland. You'll be in Northern Ireland next week.
Next week, yeah.
But not
the ferry booked.
Yeah, not with Lexington, but with all the luggies. Right, what's next then, Scott?
Okay, so I've taken the bag off. As I said, I've just put the bag inside the basket there, just for safekeeping. Now, we've got the canopy here, so I'm just going to get the base of the canopy, and all I'm going to do is push it around, okay? No lifting, nothing. One hand.
Yeah.
Swing it all the way around. It locks into this position. You've got your Perspex screen at the top. You're going to fold this over, like so. You then have a little bit of Velcro to undo here. You're going to take that strap, you're going to put it through the crash bar. Connect that again up to that Velcro, and then it's a case of putting your doors on. So
you could have it, you know, say if it was a nice day, but you just wanted a little bit of protection, as Scott was saying, from the sun maybe, you know, because I burn very easily, being quite fair. It's just nice to have that option. But imagine it's chucking down.
Yeah, chucking down. Imagine it's windy. Imagine you're just really, really cold and you've lost the the means to go get your paper.
Yeah.
Well, you can put your doors on.
What's the weather in Northern Ireland next week? Have you looked?
I'm hoping really nice.
Yeah.
I hope it's sunshine.
Keep hoping.
The ferry over last time, it was a bit...
Choppy.
I realised I was seasick.
Yeah. You'll have a great time there, I know you will. So anyway, these are the sides.
Yep. So these are the panels, okay? These are the side doors, okay? There's a zip just here on the side just there. All right, all I've done is unfold this, and I'll show you on the other side as well how I've done that. Just do the zip all the way up. I just heard there's a heat wave. That's brilliant.
9 degrees in Northern Ireland next week.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah,
what is it now?
We'll class that as a heat wave.
And you can do the zip all the way up if you like, and then on the other side, if you want to leave it a little bit up, just so you get that access on the inside. But you have a zip on the inside as well as the outside as well.
It's so well
trapped in.
made and engineered, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
It really is.
And just to show you, you've got your little windows here as well. So if you did obviously want that completely open, you could do that as well. So
it really is for all weather, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And it's so simple to use. You can have it on. Or if you don't want it, you can take it off. It's exactly the same.
Something I forgot to mention at the beginning, because I'm just thinking, I know there'll be a big demand for the Luggies and the Lexingtons today. Forgot to mention, interest-free credit is available this month. All you need is deposits start at £500, don't they?
Yep, start from £500. Yep.
And if you go for interest-free credit, we don't always do it, but we're doing it today. If you take that offer, you cannot use that in conjunction with any other offer, OK? So if you go for the offer of interest-free credit, you can't go for any of the other offers in the show. But interest-free credit is available, deposit starting at just £500. We don't always do it, but we are doing it today, so do take advantage. Let's remind you of the spec of the incredible Lexington. It's got a really good user weight then, so 25 stone and 3 pounds, an incredible range, up to 35 miles. And that's because you get the extra battery. Is that right, Scott?
You get the top range battery, yeah.
Brilliant. So 35 miles with the battery that is included there. And the 2x50 amp batteries, 1 year warranty, and you get the choice of either the blue or the red as well. And remember, the first 5 orders will get an extra £200 off as well, and UK free delivery. But they always say, what goes up? What's the end to this little rhyme? What goes up?
What goes up must come down.
Exactly. So can we say what it's come down?
Exactly that. So what we're going to do, as I said, you've got zips on the inside and the outside. So obviously, if you wanted to zip it up on the inside, you're not stuck. Okay, so that's important. So undo your zip. Take it all the way back until you get to the part here, just where that Velcro is, so your zip doesn't fall all the way. Oh, sorry, let me pop that out of the way, just there.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
So what we're going to do now, and the best way to describe this, I think Denise said this actually, was fold it up like a bed sheet. So fold it in half first, and then fold it in half again. You're connecting the Velcro to the Velcro, okay? Yeah. And then you're just going to swing this round, and there will be some Velcro at the base. You just connect that and connect that back up.
It's very neat and tidy, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. And just pop this out of the way. Right, so what we're going to do now is take the canopy up so we lose the roof. It's a little bit different from folding it down. So we've got this little bit here that we're going to take back round. So we're going to take it back through the crash bar, and we're going to connect the Velcro to the Velcro just at the top there, like so. All we're going to do is fold this up. So fold that up and over so your Perspex is back on top. Now, on your side, there is a little pull spring just here. Okay?
Oh, yes, I didn't see that, yeah.
That's all right. So that is what you need to fold it down. If I try and lift that up, that's locked in. You can't move that. Okay? So pull that up. That releases it, drops all the way back down.
It's just so well engineered, isn't it?
Now, you can put your bag back on, cover that up, pretend it's not there if you don't want it for your hot weather, then that's absolutely fine.
I can see it there. Right, Scott, a few things I've got to ask you because it felt so comfy when I was on here. The actual tyres, are they, I'm right in saying they're puncture-proof?
Yeah, puncture-proof. They're pneumatic tyres, but they're puncture-proof, so it makes it a lot safer for you when you're out and about.
And it felt like there was really good suspension in here?
Yes, yeah. Very good suspension. I think with the 13-inch wheels on there as well, it does make it a lot more comfortable for you. But individual suspension, all 4 wheels, so it is very nice and comfortable for you.
Well, remember, if you would like to order one today, give us a call. It's a free phone number. We're open Monday to Friday, 9 till 5. You can book a free appointment, a free home demo, I should say. And Scott and his team, they'll come to your house, they'll demonstrate this. We won't be demonstrating this model in Northern Ireland with the Luggies that come up later. But, you know, most of the UK is covered and you will be able to get a free home demo as well. So you want to try this, it's so lovely. Here's a reminder of the key features that we've got. So you've got front and rear suspensions, that absorbs all the bumps. And there's plenty of those on the roads and pavements in the UK. Pneumatic puncture-resistant tyres. You've got the captain's seat. That was really nice. I remember that's got a 360-degree seat swivel. The length of this, by the way, 55 by a width of 25 inches with a used weight of 25 stone and 3 pounds. The handlebar, that's really easy. The controls, you saw those on the panel, dead simple. Comes with the all-weather foldable canopy as well, and the shopping basket that is removable. You've got great braking systems and a range of up to 35 miles. And we are including the bigger battery, basically, at no extra cost. So that's the Lexington. We're going to be moving on to the Luggie, but here is a reminder of the key features. In the Lexington, now he can go up to, remember, 8 miles an hour, which is fantastic. So obviously on pavements, we're set to 4 miles an hour, but outside, up to 8 miles an hour. And this is brilliant because you've got the puncture-proof tyres, you've got the great suspension. It just means that you can go pretty much anywhere and everywhere. I'll tell you what, he's loving whizzing around the garden in this. It handled the turns and the terrain brilliantly, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And that's your 13-inch wheels on here with your suspension as well. It gives you a nice, comfortable ride on here. Obviously, the weight of the scooter's keeping you quite down and balanced as well. And then, obviously, your controls, they're so simple to use. Yeah. It's perfect. It really is.
And remember, you don't need to have driven a car to use this on the road because it only goes up to, well, I say only, but it goes up to 8 miles an hour. So you don't need to tax it or anything like that either.
No taxing. No taxing at all. You don't need a licence to drive it. You're absolutely fine.
That's great.
Absolutely fine, yeah.
So, you know, you may even be thinking about getting rid of your car. You know, if you're not using your car a lot now, maybe you just buy yourself, you're thinking, that car is really expensive to run, then why not maybe sell the car even and just go for your Lexington as well? Oh, we didn't go out today, but that was from a previous show, of course. Thank you to everyone that's ordering. Don't forget the first 5 orders today. If you're buying any new model from Local Mobility, you will get £200 off. For everybody else, you still get £100 off, which is absolutely brilliant. And we have got interest-free credit available. Now, if you do go for that, because that's an offer as well, you can't use that in conjunction with any other offer, just to make that clear. But you could get interest-free credit with deposits starting as little as £500. Just make it a bit easier to get this and, say, spread the cost interest-free as well. But here's a reminder. We're going to move on to the Luggie in a few moments' time, but here's a reminder. So it's £100 off all new models when quoting IW3101. Even models that you've seen on previous shows, we should say. An additional £100 off for the first 5 customers that call and order, which is great. You might, if you know you want this, give us a call right now. Next day delivery when ordering Luggies before 1 p.m. and a 5 to 7 day delivery on the Lexington, which is the all-weather scooter that we've just seen. You've got a lifetime limited warranty on all of the Luggies as well. 12 months on the Lexington. And the offers apply to both VAT inclusive and VAT exclusive prices. All you need to do is quote code IW3101. However, we're going to move on to the very famous Luggie. And I was really pleased. I've been on a cruise recently and I saw a couple of these. I didn't. There's a lady on one and a gentle one, and they were American. So I kind of presume they might not have bought them from us in the UK, but I didn't know. But I wanted to chat to them, but I wasn't brave enough, Scott. But I kind of wanted to.
There was a possibility.
But I want to just talk about, because this was originally from America, wasn't it?
Sort of, yes. So it was invented by a man called Arthur Wang. He designed the scooter originally for his wife, because he wanted his wife to have the benefits of being out and about and enjoy life a little bit more.
And he just couldn't find anything out there that worked?
Couldn't find anything out there that worked at all. So he was an inventor. He invented the Luggie, and then she was able to go out on a plane, on a train, on a bus, and just enjoy life a little bit more. So he didn't stop there. He thought, well, why don't everybody have the same? So he invented more, brought them out into the market, and everyone enjoys the Luggie today.
And Local Mobility, you're an amazing company, and it's the Local Mobility that brings us the Luggie in the UK. And I know, you've had customers that have taken Luggie all over the world. They have been on cruises, they have been on planes and trains and buses and coaches as well. And the reviews that the Luggie gets are absolutely incredible. In fact, Philip Jackman, he loves his gardening like me, and he said, I love the freedom my Luggie has given me, having a lovely day out at the HS Wisely Gardens. This is the third time I've been here since having my Luggie, which has made me able to visit places that I haven't been able to for a long time, including National Trust, of course, as well. Wendy, she's been out and about. Haven't you, Wendy? And she said, with my mobility problems, a walk to town was a nightmare. It was 1 or 2 shops, then I had to go home. Not anymore. My Luggie has given me a new lease of life. I can go where I want and as far as I want. Thank you, Sean and Luggie, for changing my life. How wonderful is that? The Luggie has changed lives. It honestly has. Yeah. To those who, like me, undecided and nervous, I say go ahead and you will never regret it. P.S. It's on to play next. Now, I want to just, we're going to talk about how easy this is to fold and unfold, but I just want to go back to Local Mobility because you are a very credible company, aren't you?
Yeah, we're part of the BHTA, which is the British Health Trade Standards Association. We're also part of the trading standards here in the UK as well, which means we can offer that free demonstration, come out to you, no obligation. We'll sort the scooter out. We'll look. You can have an opinion, and then if we think that there's something else, we'll show you something else. And
I'm going to say this. Please don't be worried that there's any kind of Scott and his team are going to put any pressure on you, anything like that. No. Not at all. That's not what Local Mobility are about. It's a free home demo. And if it's not right for you, Scott and his team, they will get you to try lots of models and try and find one that's right for you. But if it's not for you, then that's absolutely fine, isn't it?
Yeah, our time is your time.
Yeah, it is.
Don't think we're there to, as you say, pressure you. We're there to be your friend. Yeah. Okay.
And Northern Ireland, we're speaking to you. Scott's there next week. You hardly ever go to Northern Ireland, do you? It's once or twice.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, I think last year we probably went just the once.
Yeah.
So we're getting in early this year, and possibly there'll be another occasion, but we can't guarantee it.
So get your slot now. Anyway, you've seen it's folded down there. I've just been on holiday and actually I bought some new luggage from Ida World, so actually I had a good experience luggage-wise. But my luggage was a lot bigger than that. That's really small folded down, isn't it?
Really tiny, yeah, which is great for obviously storage as well. If you're going around in the airport, you want to be able to wheel that along and not have an issue with that at all.
But to fold it back up, do I need to get my toolbox, Scott?
You don't need tools or anything like that.
Because I haven't got one anyway.
You don't need anything like that. It's all part of the scooter. All you will need to do is pop your battery in.
Brilliant. Okay. Would you want to show us how it unfolds then, Scott?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to go in stages just to make it a little bit easier for you. First, I'm going to take the tiller down. So we've got 2 clamps. There's 1 clamp just here, and there's 1 clamp just at the base a little bit, okay? So I'm going to undo that, drop that down, and I'm going to lock that one back in. Second clamp at the base, unlock that, drop that, and lock that one back in as well, okay? Now, just on the side of the scooter, we've got a little key ring pull here. So a little tip, if you pull that key ring pull just out slightly and edge the scooter away, your front 2 wheels will open up. So it makes it easier for you to drop that down to the base, okay? So just get your hand on the front of the seat, drop that down into that, what we call skateboard mode. So we're going from suitcase to skateboard. Now, we're going to take the back of the seat up, take the backrest up. Going to take the weight of the seat slightly, and then we're going to pull that red clip just at the base, okay? So we're going to do that simultaneously. 1, 2, lift. There are 2 seat positions. Number 1, if you're a taller person like myself and yourself, we'll go straight to the top, okay?
I'm not that tall, Scott.
Sorry. Now, we want to stop that bend from happening, okay? We don't want that bend. So what we've got is 2 chassis clips either side. We're going to undo with the finger, just push up and lock down on the other side, which I'll show you a little bit easier with this one. Pull up, drop that down at the back, and click that in. That's both of those clips in. You've got no more bend, so it's now safe to ride, okay? Now, taking your tiller up is the next step. Undo your clamp just in the center, undo the bridge, pull this lever out towards myself if I'm this side, and lift, okay? Lock that back in. We don't want to step on that and break that. And then we've got your 2 clamps on your tiller bar, okay? So facing in 2 different directions. First one, and then the second one. You can have that at any height that you want, whatever's more comfortable for you. In terms of what I think and what we do at demonstrations is, if you've got your arms elevated, your arms are going to get tired over a period of time. So what you want to do is have a straight 90-degree angle, so your arms are straight out. Exactly what you've got there.
Lovely.
Okay.
It's so simple. And when Scott will, and his team come to you, they will demonstrate this up and down, 7 models, show you all the key features. What else have we got on here then, Scott? People ask about the weight, user weight on this. It's good, isn't it?
User weight, so up to 18 stone.
It's really
So up
good.
to 18 stone on here, yeah.
And what about how far it will travel on a single charge?
So on a single charge, you go up to 12 miles. You might get a little bit more than that as well.
That's a good day out, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You've got an incline of 1 in 6, so it's quite good for most terrains that you're on. You can go on grass if you need to go on grass, up and down the park, out with the family, whatever you need to do, whatever gets you out and about. Okay.
Well, I'm going to have a little go on it, if that's okay. So there's a little button here, like so.
Yes.
I'm going to go quite fast, Scott. Is that all right? Is that all right?
I trust you.
Cool. Actually, something else I want to just show you. I'm just going to come over here. If you just want a free brochure today as well, this has got all the different models in it. Again, give us a call on that free phone number and we can post that out. So, that could be your first step to a Luggie or the fabulous Lexington that we had. But what I've really noticed on this is the really small turning circle. Because a lot of people that have bought this have said, it's great to, my mum, where she used to live, had a little corner shop.
Yeah.
And, this would have allowed her to get up and down the aisles so easily.
Exactly. So with your wheels slightly closer together, you've still got the 4 wheels, so there's still a lot of balance there, okay? But it does mean that you could get into tight spaces, you can get out of tight spaces as well, which is perfect for going around the shops and stuff like that.
There's no brakes. Well, I said there's no brakes. I don't mean it like that. But when you take your finger off, it virtually stops. So it's forwards.
And what you notice there, it's not a sudden jolt.
No,
it's not a sudden stop. So you're not going to go flying over your handlebars. It gives you a nice cushioned stop.
But it's very simple, Scott.
It's very, very simple. So right to accelerate, left to reverse. And there's a little horn on the side just there.
Wait, did we always have that?
No, that's
going to say that's Going to say
And then you've got your speed control just on the left-hand side of your tiller.
Right. So it is a pleasure to use. It's wonderful. And to think that, I've told this story, many times, so forgive me if you heard it before, but my dad was very, very ill in the latter part of his life. He had emphysema, so his breathing got really, really bad. And we didn't know about the Luggie. We had no idea. But Mum and Dad lived in a little 1-bedroom house, and it just got so hard for my dad to do things. And my dad was even more outgoing than me. He was a really lovely man, really funny, outgoing, really kind, generous. But as he got iller, his world got smaller and smaller. And we didn't notice it at first, but he just stopped. He just didn't want to do things. And my mum would say, oh, let's go shopping. Where Dad would say, oh, I'll just sit in the car and read my paper. And his world got smaller and smaller. And for him to do a little journey from here to, even just say, 30 yards, he'd have to know there were places that he could hold on to on the way. And, it was awful. And it didn't just affect his life, it affected my mum's life, my life. And I wish we'd known about this, because my dad would have absolutely loved using one of these. He really would. And we did look at mobility scooters, but they were massive. And my mum and dad lived in this little 1-bedroom house, and the scooter would have had to sit right. It was one of those houses where you open up the front door and that was your living room. There's no hallway or anything like that. So it would have literally had to sit in the middle of the room, really. And it would have been quite difficult to get up, because it would have probably needed a ramp and things. So it just wasn't an option. But I wish you'd known about this. I'm glad that, if you're thinking that you might need a scooter, I'm glad you've tuned in today. And all I'm going to say is free home demonstrations, which are really worth going for. We're going to be showing the Luggies in Northern Ireland next week, so book your slot right now, because we're going to do that once or twice a year. Or you can buy one right now, and the first 5 customers get £200 off, but everyone else will get £100 off as well. Here's a quick overview of the great specifications that you've got. So, as Scott said, 18 stone is your maximum load, 12 miles is your range. Total weight is only 23 kilos. The battery weight is just 2.4. And the maximum speed is 4 miles per hour. You actually get a lifetime limited warranty with this as well. And the choice of black or red available as well. Now, a little while ago, a lovely lady called Libby came to Ida World because she was so passionate about the Luggie, it had changed her life. So here's Libby in her very own words.
I chose Luggie because my niece, who visited Italy last year, she saw one there, and when she came back to England, she said, "Libby, you've got to buy one." It was a real independence for me to go to the airport with my Luggie scooter, to go around with my family and sit at a table, have a cup of tea and coffee, and then board the plane. Luggie has made a huge difference to my life, my freedom, my independence. I take it to go shopping, whether it's for clothes or for food, so it has really made a huge difference to my life. I mean, it's very easy for anyone to fold this Luggie scooter, and put it in the car, in the boot of the car. It's fantastic. The best place I've used my Luggie scooter was in Italy. I visited Tuscany this year, and I was able to go around with my family using my Luggie scooter. It was fantastic.
Oh, that was a lovely Libby there. One of many, many viewers who had their lives changed by the wonderful Luggie, and I hope and I know it could change yours. And do you know, since I've presented the show with Scott for quite a few years now, I do notice mobility scooters when I'm out and about, and sometimes I just want to go over and say, oh, you know, do you know about the Luggie? There's something so much better. Because you see people with big, heavy scooters. You see people with scooters with several parts trying to put it together and put it back together. And this is just so much easier. I always think if something's complicated, you don't use it, do you? I'm like that with kitchen products. If there's something that takes ages to set up and clean, just lives in the back of the kitchen cupboard. The great thing with the Luggie is it goes up and down in a heartbeat. And we're going to show you that again. So, Scott, I know, obviously, Scott has done this before, but when you go to people's home and do the free demonstrations, how do most people get on? Does it take them like a couple of minutes or so, or to start with?
Yeah, I think it depends. We do.
Some people super quick at getting the hang of it.
Yeah. I mean, we obviously make sure that you can do it, so we're there until you can do it yourself.
You won't leave till you can do it yourself. Good.
Some people do it straight away first time. We always talk them through it. So what we tend to do is we fold it down, we fold it up. And we show you demonstrations, including putting it into the car, making it easier for everybody else. And then we let you have a go as well. But we're there to help you.
And don't be embarrassed if you don't get it first time. It's not
absolutely, yeah.
Don't be embarrassed if you don't get it the 10th time. It's not a problem.
It's the old cliche, but the more you do it, the easier it gets.
Of course.
I know it sounds almost ridiculous, but it's genuinely true. The more you do it, the easier it gets.
Well, you've done it quite a few times, so come on.
Exactly. And now I've done it wrong.
Yeah,
No.
You better not get it wrong now.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to reverse it down. So the tiller's going to go down first, and then the seat's going to go down second, okay? So you've got two clamps, one at the top, one at the base, okay? Undo your clamp, drop down all the way. You don't want to see any silver on there. And drop down that second one as well, all the way to the base. Now, you've got this little clip in the middle. Undo that, separate the bridge, and then it's this lever here. So pull that lever out. And then we're going to drop that all the way down. Handlebars will fit into the gap. Do your bridge up and do your clip up, okay? Now, if we're going to fold this into suitcase, we need to undo your two chassis clips either side, okay? So up with one finger and release, up with one finger and release, okay? Now we're going to take the seat down. So again, we need to take the weight of the seat, small movement that you've got just there. If you find that difficult, just bring it towards you. It does exactly the same. Okay, so bring it towards you, pull that red clip, drop that down. Now, if you're going to put this into a suitcase, take the base of the seat, don't lift, you're just going to bring it up, bring it into each other.
And that's it.
That's exactly it. Take your tiller up, use your two travel wheels at the front, wheel it around wherever you need to go, and you're set.
I was just thinking, if you were at my house or my mum's house doing a free home demo, I'd record it on my phone, I think.
A lot of people do, yeah.
I
I mean, a lot of people get their family around, their sons, daughters, their husbands, anything like that. Come round and make sure that they can do it as well.
Now, we have had a question come through. And remember, you can always email us studio@ideaworld.tv. How do you charge the Luggie? Do you have to take the battery off to do it or not?
You can charge it on the scooter itself, which I'll just show on your one, seeing as yours is up. So what we've got here, right next to the battery, is just a charging port. Okay, so we're going to undo that, and you'll see that you've got a charging port there. Standard 13 amp plug it into the wall, 3 pins. In between there, there's a black box that'll have a series of lights. When you've got a green light, that means it's fully charged. When it's amber, it's charging. When it's red, it just means you've got power to the charger. Plug it into there. It's about a 2-metre cable. It's a long cable. And then it's also got an automatic shut-off as well, so you can't overcharge the battery. Okay.
Right. Now, I know we're going to be really busy. Remember, the first 5 orders today will get an extra £200 off. The price on the scooter is amazing. You can book a free home demo, and you cover pretty much all of the UK, but next week Northern Ireland as well. And your other option, if you just want to give us a call and go for the free brochure, you could do that, of course, as well. And that's going to go through all the different models that are available. It even shows you how they fold up, fold down. So, you've got nothing to lose from just giving us a call and getting your free brochure sent to you through the post, of course. So that is available as well. But one of the wonderful things about having a Luggie is how well it handles all the different types of terrain out there. So, because some of you might even be using this just to go around the house and down the garden. Some of you were going across the world and taking this with you on planes and trains. But we have got a little clip of myself right now out and about in our garden in Idlewood, which is, I'll be honest, could do with a bit of TLC. Some of the pavements, some of the block paving is a little bit like this, but the Luggie handles it brilliantly. Great to get outside. So let's, don't know what the weather's like, but we'll have a little look. Here we go. A little bit windy, but it's all right. Yeah, it's quite, it's just nice to get a bit of fresh air. You all right, Nigel?
Hi, Sean.
Oh, you got your van there?
I have, yes. I have.
Oh, dear. Right.
Don't go too close to it, it's dirty.
I'm just going to get around here, is that all right? Now, our path is really uneven here. Grass is quite long. I forgot it's going to be really windy this afternoon. But this isn't struggling at all.
No.
Now, Nigel, we often get questions about ramps and things like that.
Yeah. Oh, I was just about to say you can control your speed there, Sean.
Yeah. Is that a bit fast?
No, that's perfect. You're demonstrating it perfectly there.
Well, I've turned it down because we've got a ramp here.
Yeah. Again, when it comes to ramps, gradients, it'll do a 1 in 6. As you can probably see, takes you up there very, very comfortably, very, very easily. And again, gives somebody that opportunity to take advantage of their garden, some raised beds, and as you're very simply demonstrating, a bit more weeding.
I am. So I've just found a massive weed. I'm doing a bit.
Shall I dispose of it for you?
There you go. That is a weed, definitely. Thanks, Nigel.
There we go. I'll just maybe somebody can pick it up later. There we are.
They're quite. But you really. I mean,
you can. Like you say, it gives you that chance to get back out into your garden. Do the things that you haven't been able to do. Simple raised beds, some nice decking. Get out and about.
There's a lot of weeding to be.
Somebody could spend quite a bit of time out here.
Yeah.
I think.
Sadly, we haven't got the amount of time we need, Nigel.
No. And again, just going back to what we was talking about earlier on, about the controls with the levers. As you're going halfway down here, Sean, if you could just sort of ease up off the control.
So I can stop anywhere, look.
And then you just stop. It just holds you.
Very good,
again, just going back to that magnetic braking, brakes are on constantly. Only time the brakes come off is when you engage one of the levers.
Look at that. Really, really safe and secure.
Yeah.
Now, we mentioned earlier... So you're struggling keeping up, Nigel? We mentioned earlier that it's so easy to fold up and get into a car.
Yeah.
We've actually got a fairly small car here, haven't we? It's not huge.
Yeah. No, it's a small, medium-sized car, I would have thought. Average type of car that we see on the road. Again, very simple. Top to bottom, front to back. Something that I always try and get people to remember when I demonstrate it. This time we just leave the centre clips in place. Raise the seat slightly, pull the red handle in, lower it down. Back of the seat down. Basically what we do this time, we lift it up in 2. So we lift the front wheels up first, rest it onto the back of the car. Okay? Again, depending on what type of surface you're on, whether or not the scooter will just sit there, or if it's on a slight incline, put your foot behind there, put a small wedge. Again, lift as we're supposed to, straight back, bent knees, onto our bumper at the back.
It's very easy, isn't it?
And then...
And when you think, I mean, a lot of people end up buying people carriers to put a mobility scooter in, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
You see it.
Exactly.
That's all the room you need.
enough room to do whatever we need to do. But what we can actually do as well, if we wanted to, make it look a little bit smaller, should we be going on holiday, just unclip our centre bits, save us lifting it up.
I mean, you could actually get 2 in there, couldn't you? You might even get 3.
You could,
yeah.
Exactly.
But that gives you an idea of how brilliantly designed it is. Joe, just thinking, I've got an elderly mum, as many of you know. She's 82, bless her. Got quite a few health problems, as many people do her age. I've got a young friend who's I say young, she's my age, so she's relatively young, but she's had very bad arthritis since she was born. And I know so many people that have benefited from the Luggie and could benefit from the Luggie. And just seeing it go in the car, that made me think, it just means that you can start socialising, have days out with friends and family. And something else I just want to show you, because I was thinking, having a meal with friends and family is so important, isn't it? And with something like the Luggie, I better slow down a bit, but you can go right up to table. Hello again, Scott. I've just taken my tiller down, so hopefully just go under the table. I could take it a bit lower, to be fair. But isn't that great how I can just get right up to a normal table?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of people use this for going out in restaurants, going underneath the table. They don't have to swap over chairs, because sometimes it can be quite hard. Getting out of the car, put it straight onto a scooter, straight into the restaurant underneath the table.
Well, I noticed that on the cruise ship that I've just been on. Not all the dining areas, but a lot of dining areas, the Luggie was able to access the tables.
Yeah, it's very. It's so slim, so tidy, so compact. You'll be able to take it wherever you need to go.
I'm sat here feeling hungry now. So I know we're going to be really busy today. The reviews, the testimonials for Luggie have been incredible. This one, I really like this one. This is from Sheila Hughes, who said, I bought my Luggie scooter to go to my grandson's wedding. Previously, I'd always had to go to special occasions in a pushed wheelchair, and it was so inconvenient having some poor person who has to leave me whatever they are doing, has to leave rather whatever they are doing, and push me wherever I need to go. So again, Sheila just got her independence back and felt she wasn't burdening in members of her family. And to remind you, this is what it looks like when you're on it. That's what it looks like folded up. It is an amazing...
It's incredible, isn't it?
It is. And, Local Mobility will come to your home and give you a free home demo, so book yours right now. Or if you want to buy one right now, you'll get it delivered. If you order before 1 o'clock, you'll get it delivered the next day. If it's after then, it'll be the day after. Scott, I want to talk about after-sales service as well, because we want our customers to be long-term happy customers, don't we?
Exactly, yeah. We obviously want people to come back and the best way to do that is making sure they feel comfortable. So our after-sales care is incredible. We follow a 5-star charter that we follow constantly. We've got a lifetime guarantee on there as well. As I said before, we're there during, before and after, answering all the questions. There's no question that's too dense, because people ring up and they ask, I forgot how to turn it on. We can sort that out for you. It's very simple. So don't be embarrassed to think. I'd rather you call us instead of worrying about the scooter.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a great customer service. And, we did get a question saying, if I wanted my Luggie serviced, how do we actually get it to you? And how long will it be till we get it back?
Yeah, so we do a couple of options. Then we can get the courier to pick up the scooter. So we'll send a box out. You pack it away on the box, send it out to us. 2 to 3 days, we try and get that back to you as soon as possible, that you'll be without your scooter, and then we send it back. If that's too long, what we also offer is a home service. What it means is we come out to you, our engineer will come out to you, we'll sort the servicing out at your property, so you're without a scooter for 2 to 3 hours.
And actually, we had questions about accessories, because I know sometimes we feature on the show, there's loads of great accessories that you offer as well, aren't they?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, a lot of people have asked me, well, there's no basket. How can I go shopping? We do foldable baskets that will go underneath the seat. We've got your backpacks that will go on the back of the chair as well. We've got all types of accessories, including a bumper mat to protect your car when you're putting it in and out of the car, especially the way that we do it. It's easy. We also have an off-board charger. If you want to leave the scooter in your car, you could do that. Take the battery out, charge it inside. It's like a docking station. We've got a number of accessories. We've got anything that could possibly help you out, make it easier for you. Yeah,
make it easier and to give you even more freedom, actually. So we are nearly out of time. Don't forget, we started off the show with the incredible Lexington, which is very different. This is the all-weather mobility scooter. Comes with the onboard built-in canopy, and it will, of course, give you, there it is with the canopy up, you can see there, and it will give you up to 35 miles on a single charge. It's a great ride, that one, isn't it?
Absolutely. It feels so smooth, so comfortable. I've not had anybody tell me that it doesn't feel comfortable at all.
It's lovely, honestly. And having that canopy that folds up, folds down, gives you so many different options and caters for all weather. And so if you want to go for that, or if you want a free demo, give us a call right now on that free phone number. We're open Monday to Friday, 9 till 5, don't forget. And then we've just been seeing the incredible and the very popular Luggie Standard, which is only £2,595 today. I'm going to say again, we have got interest-free credit available as well. And I'll just talk through that in a second. But yes, that is available on today's show. But at the end of the day, this is about getting your life back, living for every single moment, doing the things that you maybe love to do, but can't do anymore. And I know, budgets, they are important. So if you want interest-free credit, we have got it available on today's show. We don't often do it, to be honest, but we're doing it today. All you needed is a deposit starting at £500. But if you do go for interest-free credit, you cannot go for that offer in conjunction with any other offer, just to make that clear. But if you're thinking, I'd love one of those, but I don't really quite have the money available on my credit debit card right now, then give us a call and we can talk through interest-free credit as well. I love this show, and thank you so much to everyone that's called. Remember, the phone lines are open Monday to Friday, 9 till 5. The first 5 orders, and obviously we're not in touch with the contact centre right now, but the first 5 orders will get £200 off. It might not be too late. You never know, some people order during the show. Many people definitely order afterwards. But everyone that orders will get £100 off. And you've got nothing to lose. You can have a free home demo. And if you live in Northern Ireland, Scott, the man on the telly, is going to be there next week, aren't you? It's just you going, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just me, myself and I.
Yes. So look after him, keep him company. But he's really excited about visiting Northern Ireland next week. And the weather looks pretty. It's a lovely place, isn't it?
Really nice. Everyone's really lovely over there as well.
Yeah, I agree. Love Northern Ireland. So we're out of time. Scott, thank you so much. Great shows ever.
Of course. Working out.
Hey? Well, don't get too excited. It's like a pea in a pod. But anyway, thanks so much, Scott. And get on the phone lines. Do not miss out on the incredible offers we've got today. Yes. Honestly, they do change lives, and hopefully they will change yours as well. We'll see you next month with Local Mobility.
Thank you to Sean and to Scott. Please join me after the break, because you, like me, over many, many years, have probably expected your skincare to deliver all the results you want. They can't. Beauty tools make a difference. See you in a moment with Life and Beauty.
Discover a huge range of big brand kitchen appliances with Ideal World. From gorgeous modern design to practical kitchen staples, we have something for everyone. Make, bake, sizzle and create. Team up with your kitchen and fall in love with cooking all over again. Kitchen with Ideal World.
I take back the money, but you can't take my soul. You think I'm falling down now, but I just stand up tall. Yo, look where you're lost. Not a dog with a bone on human blood. Not a toy can be owned, I won't
For over 20 years, Ideal World has been the home of big brands, skincare collections, latest fashion trends, special gifts for that special occasion, perfect solutions for cleaning, DIY and technology, plus everything you'll need for your home and garden. Available on all major service providers. Watch us live on ITV and now STV between the hours of midnight and 3 a.m, where you can watch all your favourite Ideal World shows live.
With ClearPay, you can shop now and pay later, always interest-free. Simply add your favourite items to your online basket. Select ClearPay at the checkout. Log in or create a ClearPay account for an instant approval decision. And then your purchase will be split into 4 payments every 2 weeks. For more information on how ClearPay works for you, visit idealworld.tv/ClearPay. Pay it in 4. Choose ClearPay. Find new independence with the Luggie Mobility range. Enjoy time with friends and family, like shopping or going on holiday. They are easily adjustable, so you travel in comfort with up to 13 miles between charges. And fold quickly and simply, fitting in most car boots for easy transportation. Available in a range of models to suit every need, with finance packages also available. You're bound to find the right Luggie for you. Get a new lease of life with the Luggie Mobility range.